claiming and naming your values is really the birthplace of confidence. At least it was in my own experience. So when I had my third life crisis at about age 30, it really came because I had followed a lot of rules in my life. I grew up in a very small town in the Midwest in the United States. I went to a Catholic school. Everybody looked like me. Everybody believed like me. We wore uniforms to school. And so we were just given some rules, rules and quotation marks about how the world worked. And, my family of origin just gave me kind of rules like, hey, get married young and have kids young so you have enough energy and go to college and make sure you get a job at a stable company that pays benefits. I mean, very well-intentioned rules. And I think as young people, we really internalize some of this advice and say, okay, yep, if I just check all the boxes and I do all these things that society says I should do, then I will be happy and successful. And I think especially for women, we can really get caught up in some box checking, to adapt and conform to a world that wasn't necessarily built for us. And so by the time I hit 30, I was filing for divorce. I was having a career crisis because I was like, do I even want this? I was working at a bank because I thought it was supposed to be stable and make me happy and have all these benefits. I had gotten my master's degree and I'm like, I've checked all the boxes and why am I so miserable? I had just called off my wedding and that was really where I had the big values aha. Like I really struggled with confidence because I never stopped and asked myself, do I even want this? I was totally living in what they call that arrival fallacy of I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I get that next promotion. Oh, I'll be happy when this happens. And this was about 2016, and we were talking about what we stand for. And this is right when Hamilton, the musical, launched in the United States. And so there was this meme going around the internet that said, and it's Alexander Hamilton, and he says to Aaron Burr, he says, if you don't know what you stand for, what will you fall for? And that was my confidence light bulb. I said, it is no wonder why I am lacking so much self-confidence. And I'm struggling so much at work and I lack so much clarity. I don't even know what I stand for. I know what rules I thought I was supposed to follow. And so that really became a bedrock, rock bottom. I don't know what moment, you call that in your own language, where I really had to ask myself, okay, I need to get clear on what I stand for. I really need to get clear on what I value. And once I started to get clear on what I stood for and what my values were, all of a sudden my right yeses and my right nos were very clear. I stopped saying yes to things because other people wanted them or I thought they looked good. I could go back and say, is this in alignment with my values? Is this, giving me a vote for what I actually stand for and who I want to become in the world? And when I started to live my life that way, I had to give some really hard no's. I switched careers. I had to change some friend groups. I had to do some things differently, but my confidence just had built a little more and a little more and a little more because for the first time, I was thinking about what I wanted, what I stood for, and living in alignment with my values versus just conforming to who everyone else wanted me to be.